Good morning, everyone, and happy Independence Day to all our Indian viewers who have tuned in. My name is Panna Hazarika, and I'm the current president of the Federation of Indian Associations in San Diego. And I would like to welcome you all to our event this morning. Although we are gathered to commemorate India's 75th Independence Day, we cannot avoid mentioning the pandemic, which has consumed and pretty much controlled all our lives for the last 18 months or so. We are very proud and happy to dedicate today's event to all the first responders for the COVID-19 pandemic in San Diego. We'll spend a little time on this topic before we move on to our Independence Day celebrations. We are immensely thankful to all those who dedicated their lives at the very beginning of the pandemic and who even today faithfully serve their communities. These are our first responders, the healthcare professionals, the doctors, the nurses, paramedics, and so many hospital workers who work in the background, round the clock, police officers, firefighters, food and shelter providers, our county officials, and thousands of volunteers, leaders in our business and communities who were at the very forefront of this fight against the pandemic from the very beginning. So today we salute them all for their selfless services and their commitment to their jobs and to their communities. There cannot be a higher level of service that one can provide to their fellow human beings. We invited the first responders for many of the local groups to join us. So we hope that many of them are actually on this call today. I want to give a quick shout out to a group of first responders who were very active during the pandemic and who have confirmed their presence on this call. So let me take a few seconds and read out their names. Dr. Venu Pravakar, primary care physician at Sharp Hospital. Dr. Asha Devereaux, pulmonary medicine, Sharp Hospital, Coronado. Dr. Asim Guharoy, internal medicine, independent practice. Mrs. Kalyani Datta, RN, Sharp Hospital at Chula Vista. Dr. Poonam Bhatia, family medicine at the Naval Medical Center. Dr. Parmela Shawnee, family medicine at Sharp Group. And Dr. William Sang, who is the head of the professional staff at the Kaiser Permanente. There are many other people who should be on this list, but because of time constraints, our apologies that we won't be able to include their names. So at this point, I'd request everyone to put their hands together and give all the first responders a big round of applause, because that is the least we can do for them at this time. So please join me. So we are very excited and proud this morning to have amongst us two very well-known and admired San Diegans, Dr. Wilma Wooten, who is the health officer for the County of San Diego Public Health Services, and Dr. Pradeep Khosla, who is the chancellor of the University of California in San Diego. I'd like to welcome both of them to our event today, despite their very busy schedule, especially on this Sunday morning. Dr. Wilma Wooten has been with the County of San Diego Health and Human Services Agency since the year 2001. Since 2007, she's been serving as a primary health officer for the county and also the director for the agency. During the really bad days of the pandemic, Dr. Wooten was the very face of the first responders in San Diego County. We all watched her on TV on a daily basis and listened to her give us an update on the pandemic. After many months of pandemic-related activities in which she led the local teams against a crisis, the like of which we haven't seen almost in a century, Dr. Wilma Wooten has become a household word and probably one of the more popular and well-known doctors in San Diego County. At this point, I'd like to invite Dr. Worden to share with us her experiences and memories from the COVID pandemic and highlight the roles of the various first responders. She might even share with us some of her advices for us and what the future looks like for this pandemic. So Dr. Wilma Worden, welcome.
Thank you so very much for inviting me to be with you here this morning. I am honored. I am also delighted to join the Federation of Indian Association San Diego as you pay tribute to COVID-19 first responders in San Diego County. Now, from paramedics and EMT medical or EMT or emergency medical technicians in our local fire agencies to the frontline healthcare workers in our local emergency departments and hospitals, to our public health nurses and other professional staffs. And I'd like to particularly call out and recognize Dr. Seema Shah, who's our Public Health Services Medical Director of our Immunization and Services branch. All of these men and women in these roles have been the saving grace for our entire county. Now, they have put their lives on the line and lost time with their families and loved ones to respond to this unprecedented pandemic. Some have even caught the virus while doing their jobs. And as we salute our first responders, let us not forget that their efforts have resulted in San Diego County having fewer per capita deaths than other counties in Southern California. The greatest vaccination rate among Southern California counties, and vaccination of approximately 4.4 million San Diego residents, with 73% of residents being fully vaccinated. And that is indeed a significant feat. Without these courageous men and women, we could not have seen these successes. Now, currently, we are all aware of the rising number of daily cases. On Friday alone, we had 1,700 cases, which we haven't seen since February. And then we are also seeing increasing hospitalizations and ICU admissions. The data show that the Delta variant is the prevailing variant that is circulating in our communities, not only in San Diego, but across the nation. And this variant is different than the past versions of the SARS-CoV-2 virus. It is much more contagious or transmissible. Some vaccinated people can even get the Delta variant in a breakthrough infection and may be contagious and spread the virus to others. Even so, vaccinated individuals represent a very small amount of transmission occurring around the country. Most of all hospitalizations and deaths continue to be among the unvaccinated population. Just as in the surge that we had in December, we will not be able to withstand the current surge without the efforts and the goodwill of our frontline first responders. So I encourage those who are not vaccinated to get vaccinated so that we protect each other, we protect our families, and we protect our communities, as well as the first responders that are out there putting their lives on the line every day. So again, I am honored to pay tribute to the classification of workers, of frontline individuals that are out there helping to protect our communities. And we want to thank them for all that they have done to keep our county healthy, safe, and thriving. So with that, thank you again, and congratulations on this great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Worden. Thank you for being a leader and for honoring our event this morning. and we appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
On this day, we also want to remember and pay homage and share our prayers to many of our own citizens who have lost their lives to this pandemic. At this point, I'd like to transfer the program to our Vice President, Ashok Garg, who will take over, and we have a good entertainment program, and I hope you'll all stay behind and enjoy that. Thank you again. Ashok, take over.
Thank you, Panna. My name is Ashok Garg. I'm serving FIA San Diego as Vice President. I welcome Dr. Hooton and Dr. Khosla, and I wish you all a very, very happy Independence Day. The world has been going through a bizarre crisis due to COVID-19 pandemic. After 1.5 years, we are still not out of the woods. To help the communities, FIA San Diego organized 2 fundraisers. One was held in April 2020 to feed our neighbors in San Diego. We partnered with San Diego Food Bank to distribute the food. And our advisory board member, Ray Patel, helped us to connect with the food bank. The other was held in May 2021 to help our brothers and sisters in India. We provided them equipment and supplies and life-saving drugs. Both fundraisers were a grand success. A big thank you goes to those who opened their hearts to help the people. We have a very special guest among us today, Dr. Pradeep Khosla. Who doesn't know Dr. Pradeep Khosla in San Diego? He is a pride of Indian community of San Diego. Dr. Khosla is an internationally renowned electrical and computer engineer. He was appointed as Chancellor of UC San Diego in 2012. As UCSD's Chief Executive Officer, he leads a campus with more than 40,000 students. UC San Diego is recognized as one of the top 15 universities, research universities in the world. Dr. Khosla's vision, plans, and leadership are transforming the university physically and intellectually. Dr. Khosla previously served as Dean of the College of Engineering and Philip and Marcia Dowd University Professor at Carnegie Mellon University. Dr. Khosla is a member and fellow of several reputed organizations of USA and India. He received numerous awards for his leadership, teaching, and research. In 2012, he was named one of the 50 most influential Indian Americans by Silicon India. As we all know, India became independent on 15th August 1947. Today, we are celebrating a very special day, the 75th Independence Day of India. Team FIA has put together a lovely show for your entertainment. I invite Dr. Pradeep Khosla to address our audience and inaugurate the show. Dr. Khosla, please.
Thank you, Ashok, and thank you very much for this invitation. And thank you, Dr. Wooten, for reminding us the pandemic and what we were all able to achieve. UC San Diego has been truly grateful for our partnership with you, Dr. Wooten, and your excellent team throughout the pandemic. As you know, we've accomplished many firsts together as a team. We at UC San Diego provided COVID-19 diagnostic testing services to more than a dozen medical facilities that needed assistance. We also had a campus full of about 10,000 students every day, and with zero breakouts during the whole 18 months of the pandemic, which of course is still continuing. We also launched the state's first vaccination superstation at Petco Park, and we partnered with the community organizations to launch a mobile vaccine clinic to help vaccinate the underserved population of San Diego. And we continue to share data and work together to combat the Delta variant through education, through testing, and through vaccination. So collaboration and partnership are the key words. They can help achieve great things. As you have seen, as we have all seen, they can help fight a pandemic. They also can bring health and prosperity to many. And believe it or not, it can also liberate a country, and it's important to maintain a democracy. 75 years ago today was the end of nearly a century of British occupation of India. And independence was won not through violence, but rather through the principle of nonviolence. This achievement was made possible only because people of India came together as one to reach for and to achieve the necessary change. And today, we commemorate this remarkable achievement of obtaining independence. We celebrate maintaining this independence also for the past 75 years. And today, as we all know, is a patriotic event. It brings together the Indian community of San Diego. So we join the citizens of our native country to celebrate India's Independence Day event. It is an appropriate time to remind all of us, non-resident Americans, about our past, our native country, and our ability to contribute to the larger Indian community. In fact, the global Indian community. It is also an appropriate day to celebrate the achievement of Indians in the USA. In fact, since the first immigrants to this country, the Indian community has overcome many obstacles, including racism and bigotry, to achieve what it has achieved. The current generation is the most educated and with the highest per capita income amongst all immigrants. And not to mention, the current generation also boasts as one of ours as the first ever woman vice president of this great country. So today, we should be proud of all the accomplishments of the current generation of immigrants. And by that, I mean each and every one of you, while also remembering that these were made possible by the sacrifices of the first Indian immigrants. And I want to finish by reminding us all that we owe a lot to our Janmabhoomi, as in the country of our birth, and to you and to this country, the United States of America, the country that offered us great opportunity to achieve what we have all achieved. So we must continue to fight hard, work hard, fight injustice and racism, both in this country and in India, and to continue to support the principles of equity and inclusion, both, again, in this country and in India. I also want to remind us all, and finish by saying, that freedom was and is difficult to win and much more difficult to keep. So having achieved the difficult, let us now all come together to keep on achieving on a daily basis the more difficult task, which is maintaining our freedom and maintaining our democracy. So thank you everybody for inviting me here today to celebrate with all of you. Our partnerships, our friendships, and our connections are important. Nurture your connections and continue to build good ones. And we need everyone's input and contribution to build a brighter future for India, for the USA, and for the planet. Because when people connect, good solutions become better and truth triumphs. So happy Independence Day. And let me finish by saying, Satyameva Jayate and Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Khosla. Excellent. Very good said, that it is very difficult to maintain the independence. So we should all work for that. And now this is time to start the entertainment. So we will share a video which has been prepared by our team of FIA, and you will enjoy this show. It's about 25-minute show. So please let us start that.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I'm generally a lele girl, friendly and sunny. But deeply dive into thoughts not so funny. Upset feelings with someone or something I brood over for long, and to leave the clinky negative infinite loop for which I long. I wouldn't know a way of letting go and feeling better, though I desperately want to do it and be a go-getter. Then, the path of self-exploration opened the door to hope. It helped me to be happier, guided me to take things easier, acted as an energizer. Still, my emotions had scope to get better. Then came the test of time, the unprecedented COVID that got me worried. Always being by myself, not able to meet people, and staying indoors all the time, none of which I enjoyed. News articles abundant, updates on the disease unabated, and the mere thought of our frontline heroes filled my heart with grim and eyes with sorrow. There comes the panacea again. Meditation to my rescue again. Just a few days of more conscious reflection, more dedicated practice sessions drove away many a depressed occasions, groomed me to help in my small way the current situation. A happier, healthier me had for the first time realization that being by myself is pretty good company. Alala grow always friendly and sunny.
ये वक्त की आवाज है, मिलके चलो, ये जिंदगी का राज है, मिलके चलो। ये वक्त की आवाज है, मिलके चलो, ये जिंदगी का राज है, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो। ये वक्त की आवाज है, मिलके चलो, ये जिंदगी का राज है, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो। तिग्धा 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 दिग्दिगथै, तिग्धा 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 दिग्दिगथै, तत् 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 तिग्धा दिग्दिगथै, तिग्धा दिग्दिगथै, तिग्धा दिग्दिग तत् 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 तिग्धा दिग्दिगथै, तिग्धा दिग्दिगथै, तिग्धा दिग्दिग तत् 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 तिग्धा दिग्दिगथै, ता थै ता थै। जैसे सुर से सुर मिले हो राग के, जैसे शोले मिलके बढ़े आग के, जिस तरह चिराग से जलते हैं चिराग, वैसे चलो भेद तेरा मेरा त्याग के। जैसे सुर से सुर मिले हो राग के, जैसे शोले मिलके बढ़े आग के, जिस तरह चिराग से जलते हैं चिराग, वैसे चलो भेद तेरा मेरा त्याग के। धातीटे धातीटे धाधातीटे 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 धीटे 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 कटा गदी घेन धान 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 धा, कटा गदी घेन धान 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 धा, कटा गदी घेन धान 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 धा। मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, अरे भाई मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो। ये वक्त की आवाज है, मिलके चलो, ये जिंदगी का राज है, मिलके चलो। ये वक्त की आवाज है, मिलके चलो, ये जिंदगी का राज है, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, अरे भाई मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो, मिलके चलो। ये वक्त की आवाज है, मिलके चलो, ये वक्त की आवाज है, मिलके चलो।
हम सहस्रलोचन प्रभृत्य शेषलेख शेखर प्रसूल धूलि तोरणी विदूसराङ्घ्रिपीठं भुजङ्गराजमालया निबद्ध जाटजूटक श्रियै चिराय जायतां चकोर बन्धुशेखर करालभालवट्टिका दगद्दगद्दगज्ज्वल धनञ्जयाहुतीकृत प्रचण्ड पञ्चसायके धराधरेन्द्रनन्दिनी कुचाग्रचित्रपत्रकार कल्पनैकशिल्पिनी त्रिलोचने रतिर्मम नवीनमेघमण्डली निरुद्ध दुर्धरस्फुरद्गूनिशीतिनी तमप्रबन्धबद्धकन्दर निलिम्ब निर्झरीधरस्तनोतु कृत्ति सिन्धुर कलानिधान बन्धुर श्रियं जगद्गुर मृदङ्गतुङ्गमङ्गल परिक्रम प्रवर्तित प्रचण्ड ताण्डव शिव त्रिशक्तिचक्रकल्पयोर्भुजङ्गमौक्तिकस्रजोरिष्टरत्नलोष्टयोः सुहृद्विपक्षपक्षयोः धरणारविन्द चक्षुषो प्रजामहि महेन्द्रयोः समप्रवृत्तिवक्कदा सदा शिवं भजाम्यहम् शिवेति मन्त्रमुच्चरन् कदा सुखी भवाम्यहम् इमं हि नित्यमेव मुक्तमुत्तमोत्तमं स्तवं पठन् स्मरन् भ्रुवन्धरो विशुद्धिमेति सन्ततं हरे गुरौ सुभक्तिमाशु याति नान्यथा गतिं विमोहन
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I will invite Devjani Chakravarti, who is our show director, and she has worked very hard to produce the show. So please, Devjani Chakravarti.
Thank you, Mr. Ashokar. I hope you all enjoyed today's program. It was such a short notice. Everybody was able to pull out this wonderful event. I would like to thank each and every participants. I want to start with the singers. Today's Indian National Anthem, the students of Pini Kudrimoti. US National Anthem by Yadav Srivas. Ye Vatan song by Srimati Meera Kumar. And to this dance artist for today's event, Tejashwini Narayan, who danced in the beginning about mental health during COVID. And our second performance was a Kathak dance performance all the way from India, a dance performance from Kalasram Music and Dance School, Pandit Biju Bharati School. I would like to thank my heartfelt thanks to Srimati Saraswati Sen for making this video for us. And UC Berkeley Natya team, an award-winning classical music and dance team from UC Berkeley. And last not the least, the team Shakti, who performed Shiva Tandava today, choreographed by Bindu Mekat. My heartfelt thanks to all the participants to make this possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Devjani. Now I would like to thank Samapti Roy, who edited and compiled this video for us. She has worked hard for our publicity and everything. She is not present today, but I want to give her a big thanks. And also the team members of FIA, they have hand in hand, they have worked hard to create this show. And most importantly, I want to thank the sponsors, Ray Patel, Dr. Sanjay Kurwadi, Rasik Bosmia, and Roop Jain. Thank you very much for supporting FIA. This year, today is the start of the Amrit Mahotsav, which means like a diamond jubilee of independence of India. This year, we have already started that. In India, we are going to have a very, very good shows and good celebration. But FIA San Diego will be having a celebration to commemorate the anniversary of independence of India next year. And we will have a grand show. I hope that you will all participate in that. And I want to request you that please have your children come forward and join our activities so that they can carry the torch. And with that, I conclude the program here. Thank you so much for attending it. Thank you. Jai Hind.